Hi everybody. In this video, we are going to see about text analytics. Before seeing what is text analytics, we'll see the evolution of text analytics. Text analytics come from three major research areas, and they are information retrieval, data mining, and NLP. Information retrieval mainly deals with text retrieval. That is, given a query containing few keywords of a full document, it will find the related documents from a text or a corpus. We could consider web search engines as a giant information retrieval systems. Traditionally, data mining uses structured data, but nowadays, text is also used as the data, which give rise to text mining. And earlier, text mining uses applied data mining and machine learning algorithms. But nowadays, NLP techniques such as parsing, parts of speech tagging, and summarizations are used. And NLP techniques is used to make computers understand the human language. Text analytics or text mining refers to the extraction of a data or information from the text. That is, it is a way to unlock the meaning from all the unstructured data. It is usually used to uncover the patterns and themes to know what customers are thinking about. Text mining is simply used to reveal the people's wants and needs about a particular organization or a category like products or services. Now we'll discuss about the text mining steps. There are 5 steps in text mining. First, we have to identify and retrieve the relevant set of text that is to be analyzed. And then we have to run the algorithms to categorize, summarize, and organize the data. Next, we have to use analytical models to identify the concepts, patterns, and other attributes which could be useful for us later. And then we have to apply the findings for the applications. It may be applications like sentiment analysis or a question answering system, etc. It prepares data visualizations and dashboards to share the results as a final step. Next, we see about text mining processes. There are 5 major processes in text analytics. They are text pre-processing, feature selection, data mining, evaluation, and applications. In text pre-processing, we have to use the techniques like normalization, POS tagging, stop words removals, etc. in order to process the data which could be useful for us to derive the useful insights later. And then feature selection deals with dimensionality reduction. That is, it is useful for us to eliminate the unwanted features and to keep the most relevant and wanted features that could help us to evaluate and achieve the wanted ones. Then next we have to apply the data mining algorithms. Then becomes the evaluation step in order to evaluate what we have achieved so far. And then we have to apply this in the applications. Next, the approaches involved in text mining. Usually, NLP algorithms combined with data mining algorithms are used. But nowadays, deep learning models that work in a less supervised way emerged as an alternative approach for text analysis and other advanced analytical applications involving large data sets. So, deep learning is a better idea for doing text analytics nowadays. What is deep learning? It uses neural networks to analyze the data using an iterative method that's more flexible and intuitive than what conventional machine learning supports and do. Next, how does text analytics works? It comprises of 7 computational steps in preparing an unstructured text document for deeper analysis. Usually, a text analytics starts by breaking down each sentence and phrase into its basic parts. So we'll see what is the 7 computational steps involved. The first one is language identification. The first step in text analytics is identifying what the language is. Because without identifying what the language is, then how could we pre-process the data? So, the major step is to identify the language which is involved in text mining. Either it could be Tamil, Hindi, Arabic, or Chinese. Like that, we have to identify what is the text we are involved in. Then, next comes the tokenization process. Tokenization is nothing but a process of breaking apart a sentence or phrase into its component pieces. These tokens are usually words or numbers. Sentence breaking is another process. It is useful for us when longer documents are used. Usually for text analytics, tweets are used, which is small text documents. So sentence breaking is not applicable in that situations. But when we use longer documents, we require sentence breaking in order to separate each unique statement. And the next process is parts of speech tagging. Parts of speech tagging is a process of determining the parts of speech of every token in a document and then tagging it as such. Most languages follow some basic rules and patterns that can be written into basic parts of speech taggers. And next comes chunking. Chunking refers to a range of sentence breaking systems that splinter a sentence into its component phrases. The next process is syntax parsing. Syntax parsing is the analysis of how a sentence is formed. That is, a critical preparatory step in sentiment analysis is a syntax parsing. It is also used in NLP processing features. Next comes sentence chaining. It is the final step in preparing the unstructured data for deeper analysis. It uses a technique called lexical chaining in order to connect individual sentences based on their association to a larger topic. That is, it chains individual sentences to a larger corpus in order to achieve the relationship between them. Next comes the applications. Text mining technology is broadly applied to a wide variety of garment, research, and business needs. There are various applications of text mining such as security, biomedical, software areas, etc. And in this video, we are going to deal with sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is the application of text mining area. What is sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis is a methodology which analyzes people's opinion, reviews, and emotions towards various categories such as products, services, organization, or an individual. The major task of sentiment analysis is to detect the polarity of the given data. What does it mean by polarity in this aspect is polarity deals with categorizing the sentiments according to positive, negative, or neutral area. And this polarity detection takes place in three levels: document level, sentence level, and aspect level. In document level, the polarity for the overall document is given. In sentence level, each sentence is associated with a polarity according to the sentiments associated with it. And in aspect level, there may be several aspects of an entity involved in a particular sentence. So, for a sentence, there may be two or three aspects belonging to a particular entity. So, we have to separate each aspect and we have to associate a sentiment to it. For example, if a sentence like this phone has a good camera quality, but the loading time is longer, then the camera quality is an aspect and the loading time is also an aspect of a phone which is an entity. So here the camera quality is mentioned as a positive sentiment, and for loading time it is a negative sentiment. Likewise, we have to associate the sentiments with the aspects of an entity in this kind of polarity detection. In turn, the applications of sentiment analysis includes online commerce, voice of customers, voice of market, and recommendation systems. These are the references which I have referred for making this presentation. You could also go into these references for your future study. Thank you.